A decision to postpone an ordinance adding positions to the Fairbanks Fire Department has some members of the Fairbanks City Council in the hot seat. While it's usually the firefighters union responding to fires in the Golden Heart, this time the council is under pressure to put out the budgetary blaze. Patrick Gilchrist reports.
The current collective bargaining agreement between the City of Fairbanks and the Fairbanks Firefighters Union prescribes a minimum staffing level of 13 personnel per shift, and the fire department has filled all of its budgeted for positions, but union members say that challenges remain.
Claiming that the fire department is fully staffed is like pretending that a four-wheeler with only two wheels makes an awesome dirt bike.
The union's argument is multifaceted but breaks down into two main components. The first is simple. They say they don't have enough people to keep up with citizens' needs and expectations.
Making do with what we have, which is a common thing we hear, is no longer working.
The second part of the argument is a little more nuanced. To meet the minimum staffing levels set forth by the CBA, firefighters must work overtime, which, of course, costs money. The city originally budgeted for $900,000 of overtime at the department for this fiscal year. According to Fire Chief Andrew Coquero, who is not represented by the union, the department has paid out more than $1.5 million of overtime to date, and the fiscal year doesn't end until December 31st. An ordinance introduced at Monday's City Council meeting would add 9 positions to the department, 6 firefighters and 3 captains. Coquero says he and others arrived at those figures by
trying to find where that number of more people reduces overtime and doesn't end up costing the city additional funds on top of those 2 line items.
And it's not exclusively about the city's coffers.
I think that the general feel in the department is that, more firefighters, more EMTs, more paramedics make us not only safer internally, but make the community safer when they dial 911 or call for another service from us.
In a 5-to-1 vote, the City Council chose to postpone the measure. Councilmember Jerry Cleworth says the staffing increase landed on the agenda too soon.
I'm sorry, there's more departments in this city than this department. And there's a budget coming up that I think is going to be a difficult budget.
City of Fairbanks Mayor David Pruz agreed, telling the council he'd have a budget on their desk by October 28th.
Right now I look at this and you're doing this too early.
Councilmember Crystal Tidwell saw things differently. She says the CBA installed appropriate expectations to help the department maintain city fire service.
That is what they need to offer those services. We just need to provide them the people.
The council will take up the measure again on November 18th. I'm Patrick Gilchrist, reporting for News Center Fairbanks.